Let's see how I'm doing with this. Don't think they're very straight. Second time look. Yeah, somehow managed to put a green screen on. Totally not sure how I did that. But let's see. I cannot see the comments, so I'm going to try and get on here to see if I can. Or else this is going to be a really embarrassing live. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Hi, Ronald. Can we see okay? Now, I totally understand that it is just a skinny screen. For some reason, I couldn't get it to stream from the normal place. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, would you like to see a thing of beauty? And a mouse. So I'm going to see if I can share this. So, let's see. Honestly, I don't like technology. I'm really not very good at this. All right, let's go. Hello. Right, I can see comments. So hi Julie, hi Ronald, hi Tracy, hi Stephanie. Can we see okay? I'm well aware that it is a tiny little screen, and that is something to do with YouTube. I don't know what it is, but would like to see a thing of beauty. Now, when I came out in the Room of Doom, I had access to all of the stuff once I got past the rubbish. And this is my set of Inktense. It's not the full set because they did bring some more out. But yes, I just thought I would show you. It's in my nice fancy case. And these are magnetic. And it's the first thing I bought after my very first, it was Hochanda then, show. And I absolutely love them. But the reason for showing you them is because they've now brought out watercolour pans. I didn't think I needed them, but then I was sent them off the lovely Maureen as a gift. So we're going to have a play with them. I have pulled out some of the girls. I'm just filling the water up. I'm filling the water up with this. I always use cool boiled water. Hi, Donna. It's a different setup. Basically, what happened was I thought I could just stream the same way, just with less features if I wasn't paying nearly £40 a month for it. I cancelled that because £40 a month is a lot, and I can't. So I need to find a different streaming thing where it doesn't show this little strip. Other than that, it's going to be videos, and I really don't want to do just videos. So I'm thinking maybe it's Facebook Lives. Well, I'll think about it anyway. We've only got a couple of these, and then next week I'm not here at all. So I've got a bit of time to research and think. So I do have, I think I called them the Nature Girls colour create kit, and we're going to have a play with this. Now, I want to play with her. I do already have one coloured, and this is with alcohol ink and pencil. But I thought we're going to have a go with skin tones with the Inktense. Now, it is the first time I've ever used, excuse me, hiccups, the paint palette, the watercolour set. They are just like watercolours. The idea with Inktense is they do not reactivate with water. These will reactivate, but once they're wet on the paper, they do not reactivate with water. Same with the pencils, same with the blocks. To be honest, I always thought if you had the blocks, you didn't need these because they're very similar, just a shorter version. But I've been itching to play with them. And like I say, they were sent as a gift and I'm very excited. I know, Donna, it's the way it's streaming. YouTube wants you to stream this way. Basically, because they're annoying. I don't know if you turn your screen. No, it's still small. That goes down. It's a little bit better if you turn your screen. Hang on. I'm going to put mine there so I can see the comments. Yeah, it's very... Can I come in a little bit, do I think? Is that a bit better? Is it a little bit better? And I'll see when it catches up to itself. A little bit maybe. Hang on, I can even come in a little bit further. And at least I'll be able to see the painting. That's a bit better. Right, I've come in a little bit further again. So with these ones, you've got your 12 basic colours. So we've got... What have we got? We've got burnt yellow ochre, which is this one. Now that's a good base for a skin tone. And then we could use a little bit of poppy red. The very intense, ink tense. And then I'm thinking a smidge of natural brown. And I think that's a good skin colour. I think that's a very good skin colour, actually. So we'll give it a go. I'm going to use this one. So we're not just waiting for paint to dry. And she's a little bit bigger. But I'll spin it round. And we'll see how we'll get on. They don't have to be perfect. You can actually go in with pencil and things like that. You can just buy pre-done skin tones now in like acrylic markers and things and alcohol markers. You can even get pre-skin tone, like flesh tones, watercolour, so you don't even have to mix your own. So I know it won't be perfect. It is watercolour, and watercolour never sits perfect. That's the whole idea with watercolour. It's forgiving. You can kind of pull it out and water it down. But these onto fabric are supposed to be permanent. Now, I know a few people who have run into issues with them not being permanent, but you do have to make sure that they're thoroughly wet and thoroughly dry before you wash them. And I would still iron the back of them just to set them, to be honest. I'm a little bit more red in the cheeks. And then we'll go. So we can actually do quite a nice skin tone with it straight away. There we go. So it is really quite nice, isn't it? I really quite like that. Let's do bright blue in her eye. Oh, yes. Isn't she gorgeous? I love these girls. I really do. I love them so much. Yes, my Looney's all better. I think we'll put it down to her being stung. Her mouth swelled up so big. Bless her little heart. And she was sick. So Sunday she was sick. No, Saturday she was sick. Sunday she was sick a few times and I was thinking, oh no, Bella. But then all of a sudden her mouth just swelled up. So I don't know if she was stung the night before, the day before. It was just a coincidence and she had a bit of an upset tummy or what. But I mean, she seemed happy enough in herself. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'll never know. But she's got antihistamines. We've got them in the house. We're ready. I mean, we had antihistamines anyway, but I don't like to give dogs any medicine without knowing what I'm giving them for. Because Bella gets hay fever anyway. So, she's allergic to grass. Tell me. It does sound like an allergic reaction. That's exactly my thinking as well. Tell me what you've been up to. I do miss you when I don't go live. In fact, I'm really looking forward to going away. But I think I'm going to miss you. I do love our little crafty sessions, but like I say, it gives us a week to reset. Everything's been all go. You'll never guess. So I picked my kitchen today. Here's the kicker, right? Honest, you can't make it up. I picked the new kitchen today after the bloke came out about them. Apparently, I'm not down for a new bathroom. That's the first one, even though they took pictures and I had to wait for them and stuff. And the kitchen could go in any time between now, well, obviously not now, it'll take them 300 years probably to discuss it with each other, and March next year. Do you know how long this has gone on for? Can you believe it? I know, Stephanie, I know. It's a bit crazy, isn't it? But I do love them. I do. And I always pick the odd bods. I mean, I picked Bella because she's an odd bod. Oh, Maureen, I'm having some issues with technology. But I do like these Inktense. Very much so. Oh, let's see what other colours we've got because I'm using the same one. So teal green is this one. Now, I know I like this one because it's one of the favourite colours in the pencils. So basically with this little set here, you can make skin tones, you can make purples, you can make whatever colour you want. And you can easily change the colours by just, say, into the green, adding a little bit of yellow. And it'll totally change it. And I do believe these are going to go last forever and a day because you just, I mean, I'm barely even dipping it in. So, let's go for a little bit of kiwi. I won't do all of this. I won't make you sit through colouring the whole thing. They're very nice, though. In fact, you know what it is? I might make you sit through the whole thing because I'm thoroughly enjoying my little bit self. And with watercolour, you can go over quite rough. And then if you want to add more detail in, you can go back over it with watercolour and add in the detail. Or you can get your pencils out and go back in. You can even go back in with alcohol markers because they're not going to, well, with the Inktense, they're not going to reactivate anyway. Excuse me. Bella, stop pinching things. What have you got? She's trying to get under the desk. I think she's trying to see what you can pinch. I thought she'd managed to get something. There's nothing on the floor that she can get. I moved everything out of here and put stuff up high. But she still managed to find a little resin rose. They are very, very good watercolours. Like I say, and the pencils, you can get the pencils in them. I did show you the set before. I will get them back out again because they are a thing of beauty, this set. To be honest, right, I got this set of watercolours. Hang on, you're probably not going to be able to see it very well because I'm very close. So I got the full set not long after they come out in this wooden case, and I haven't used them very much. I actually bought a set of, like, a smaller set of them, so I didn't have to use these ones. I mean, they are a thing of beauty. So you can get the pencils. If you've already got some pencils and you get the watercolours as well, you can absolutely use them together. No problem at all. Now, Inktense did bring out another set of colours, which I absolutely love, but they're in a pencil case and I haven't actually sorted through anything else yet. So, but even with these, you can sort of scribble. You don't want to push on too hard, but you can scribble into your palette and use them from there as well. It just gives you a wider variety of colours. And I do believe they do more sets of the watercolour sets in the Inktense than just the 12. So they have made more sets from it. I'm going to put that one back in here because I don't want to muck them up. I've managed to not disrupt them or anything. Honestly, they're my pride and joy. And I did get them to use, but, well, you know what happens. What have we got? Dark plum. What colour's this one? I bet it's really nice. We'll do these ones. I wonder what the dark plum would look like with the reddy colour. Oh, it's like maroon. Look at that. So basically, when you're making a skin tone from any paints, it doesn't matter if it's acrylic, watercolour, anything like that. If you start off with, say, a yellow ochre base, a little bit of red and a little bit of brown, and then add your white and your brown, depending on how light or dark you want it, but you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. And as soon as you start mixing and playing, you do learn kind of what's what. Now I'm just making this up as I go. Now, fill in any little gaps because I'm not cutting them out. Not for nobody. Like I say, once you add in, do you know what? I think I did the face tone in alcohol markers, and then I started the flowers in alcohol markers and moved over to watercolour alongside it, because you totally can add watercolour over the top of alcohol inks and everything else and bring it all to life. And then you can even go back in if you want tons of depth and add in pencil as well. There's so many things you can do. Should we give her a nice red lip rather than that being purple? She looks a bit poorly looking, to be honest. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? So we're going to use her, and I'm going to use this journal. This journal is a mixed media one from Hobbycraft, and the lovely Maureen did gift them to me. So it's got this kind of paper in, which I'm not entirely sure what it is. Hi, Jane. It's got fabric in, which we will work on, and it's got this paper, which is like, what's the word? It is a handmade cotton watercolour. I'm going to try and move you along a smidge. There we go. I'll also show you this. I made a little resin bee pot. Isn't it lovely? I absolutely love it. Anyhow, off I go on my little tangents. So we're going to work on here. Now, I have got some stencils. I have got some backgroundy stamps, which I located when in my tidy up. I have bits of all sorts that we're just going to use and see what happens. Hi, Kerry. Yeah, I went out to post my tag swap today and I came back with it in my bag. So, you know, did well there. I'll have to go tomorrow. I think this one with the leaves. And I think let's find a green. Oh, we've got some speckled egg. We'll go with that. And I found a bag of daubers. And we're going to go with that. I do love a stencil just to do fabulous backgrounds. So the cotton watercolour I have found in this particular mixed media journals. The colours don't move that great. It is nice to work on, but if you want a watercolour and you don't want to be totally disappointed in it, I would maybe gesso it first, or use it as a background, or just play it. It might just be me. It might be an Emma thing. I might not have done it properly, or it could be absolutely anything, to be honest. It could be a me thing. I haven't had like loads of time to play lately either. Let's find another stencil. Oh, I like that one. Dear, I do love the pot as well, I have to admit. I've got a big bee. Let's go with this one. This one's a leafy shape as well. I've got an absolutely massive bee to do. in resin. Well, I'm saying I've got it. I do have it somewhere. I tidied it up and typical Emma fashion, I haven't seen it for a while. Let's just... I've no idea where I'm going with this. I'm literally just playing. And I really like this colour. Let's just add a little bit more in there. And maybe another one there. And we'll fade it out a little bit here. Right. There we go. So I pretty much covered up the other one. But again, it's a background. You can add as much as you want to a background. And if you sort of think you've gone too far, cover it over with white paint. Gesso or acrylic, or have I got any? I know what I'm going to do. I've got fossilized amber. I'm just going to do that. And then, basically with the art journal, it's for playing for you. If it's, you see it going somewhere and you don't like it, the best thing to do is just knock it back with some water, with some white paint. That's to say, no rush. No rush to change this. It's only 10 years. I'm missing the conversation. I love bees. Bees should not be able to fly. It's scientifically, they shouldn't be able to fly at all. They're quite marvellous. I'm going to go with this, you know. Now this kit here, there's some coloured in and there's some not. But I think I want to cut this big purple flower out. Because here's purple in the lady. So let's just do it. I'm going to take some of the background off. Now these are perfect just to cut down and use on card blanks like toppers and things. But they're also great to use in a background and you can add to them. So, if anybody would like to order off the website, to do it, I would do it before Friday, and then I can arrange them to be picked up or dropped off on the Saturday, and then after that, I will leave the website open, but it will be the 11th that things get posted out, and I should be back live on the 12th. I want to have that there. Just as a FYI, just while I remember, because I might not remember on Thursday to tell you. I'm just going to put this on to dry this off. Kelly, I forgot to message you, the Alice in Wonderland rub-ons are back. I know I said I would, but we all know my brain. Yes, it shouldn't be able to fly at all. I love bees. I'm not so keen on wasps. I absolutely love bees. So this, if you don't like working in art journals or you haven't tried it or whatever, your best bet is to do this on a card front or for a frame or anything at all that you want. There's no rules or laws against what you can do with your stuff or with my stuff or with anybody's stuff. Just because I like working in journals, it does not mean you have to. Right, let's get some stamps on the go. I'm going to go with just background stamps that I've got, and I'm going to go with VersaFine in black. So any stamps that you've got that you would like to use. I do believe these are indigo blue stamps. I hope they are. Let's just see where these are going. I do have some letters, which they are letters this time and not numbers. And again, with this type of journal, the paper's quite rough. You probably won't get a completely smooth print out from a stamp from it. So your best bet might be, if you do want it to be totally perfect, is to work, like colour your stamped image and then fussy cut them out and like glue them over the top. If you're working on like a cotton watercolour paper or anything with a really texture, if you've got a textured watercolour card and you want a really crisp image from a stamp, you're not going to get it. It doesn't matter if you've got a stamp platform, it doesn't matter if you've got the juiciest ink pad in the world. If the stamp is super, super detailed, it's not going to come out crisp. So working on a smoother card or something would be better. Right, let's see what else we've got. I feel like I could just keep adding and adding and adding. Oh, actually, well, I remember as well, I did add the fairy. They're like a resin type sticker. I did add it to the cup. Isn't it so cute? I finished adding them all on. And like I say, this can be washed once they're on. They can go on to cups and things. They can be washed in the sink. Not a dishwasher though, because they're not indestructible. I'm hunting for some more stuff because I always want more. More. In fact, I might not, you know. What? You should see this room. It started off tidy and I keep pulling bits out and going, oh, what else can I do? What else can I do? And there's more and more bits getting piled into the middle. I'm going to end up where I've got the towers of stuff again. Let's see. I just think I've got too much stuff that I want to use all in one go. I have so many tubs like this, which is little bits in. Right. Oh. Dropping stuff. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, you know what? Straight away, I knew there would be something. So these are the pet stickers. PET, and it's a type of plastic. They are waterproof. What's that? It's the Room of Doom-ish. Yes, it's much better than it are, these ones. It's much better than it was. Now, these big stickers are actually on the website still. I think I'm not going to go with black. I'm going to go with the purple. And I do use these onto resin and things as well. They are clear. They do have a slight sheen. I know they can be a bit of a pain to get off the back sometimes, but if you just use a little bit of tape. In fact, I will do that again, just in case anybody else is watching. I know it might seem a little bit tedious going over and over and over again, but if it works and it helps, these little tips. So what I would do is get a little bit of tape, probably not bookbinding tape because it's very, very sticky. But if you pop it on there and then a bit on there and just... in theory, I've stuck the bits of paper together. Bear with. So a bit on the front. Masking tape is better. And then a bit there. And then you just pull them. And the backing comes off. And then you just pull it off there. And it doesn't affect anything at all. So just FYI, because they can be so frustrating when you can't get them off. Oh, we're going that way with this one. Right, let's get this glued down. With the world's thickest glue. I am back in the Room of Doom. Unfortunately, I'm having some technical issues with streaming sites and things. So the one I was using was nearly £40 a month. And I'm not paying that. As much as it does work out fabulous. It's a lot just to be able to stream to 2 places at once and have the biggest screen. And I know there is free ones out there, so I'm going to use the next week or so to actually find it. I have got people I can ask. I'm in a Discord group of YouTubers, which are so helpful. But I just didn't have the time because I just assumed it would be absolutely fine and I could do it. Do you know what? I think we'll go with this one because I said that's the one we're going to use. So all I do is, again, you can absolutely just leave a border. Can we see all right? Should I go a bit slower? In fact, no, nobody wants to see us cut out, really. I use the world's biggest scissors and, yeah, dressmaking scissors to cut out paper. You can use whatever you're comfortable with. I would recommend, if you're cutting out, and you've probably done it since you were a child, I got it drummed into us when I did my hairdressing training. In fact, I got it drummed into us when I was a child because my mum is a hairdresser as well, that if you use this finger or this finger to cut out, hang on, I'll get a pair of scissors so I can show you, you have more control. It's just, it's getting used to it, that's the problem. And practicing. Now, I do want to stress that so many people cut out like that, you just have less control. And I can't do it. It would hurt my finger and everything. But I use this finger because it's what hairdressers use. You have the control of doing it with them two fingers. But you can also use that finger and you still have the control. And it just moving the paper rather than the scissors works out absolutely brilliant. I do struggle with little scissors, like tiny little ones like that. I have got quite chunky fingers. So it just, you don't have to listen. It's just, it does help. But it does take a lot of practice. And it can be quite annoying. Now I have got this again from the vintage kit and I love them so, so much. I kind of want to pop that behind, but I don't know if it will match in. What are you using to stream? Just YouTube. I was using StreamYard, but they doubled the price, and then like 6 months ago I was going to cancel because of the price, and then they said, oh, we'll give you it for half price for 6 months, and I was like, absolutely, I'll take that, and I don't have to think about anything else. But the 6 month is up, and I just think it's too much. Too much. I mean, I might just be being tight, but I'd rather have a new set of pens, to be honest. Have you seen the Royal Talons on new pens? The Royal Talons Pantone pens. I think they're actually an alcohol marker. I haven't looked into them properly. I've seen the price and went away to have a little cry. I think it's £400 for the full set. And I think that was on offer. But, oh my gosh, when I win the lottery, I'm having those pens. I'm thinking, are we going too far? £40 it is a heck of a lot of money just for a streaming site. And the adverts do pop up. So everybody else has to buy the YouTube premium to not have the adverts pop up. And the thing is, with this one though, you do just get the little strip in the middle because YouTube likes you to stream in portrait, where I think they're trying to do it so you do videos, so you can do it in landscape and you don't get the lines. Look at OBS, that's supposed to be... Stephanie, will you message me that? Because I will forget as soon as I click end. I forget everything, honestly. It's like once around the fishbowl and it's gone. I'm like, goldfish. Now, do we like that or do we like it without? Or do we just like that, to be honest? Maybe it's a little butterfly. I don't know. I'm so indecisive lately. I think I just need a nap. I quite like that. I'll have some flowers here. I'll wait until the comments pop up so it can... The cup is very pretty. Very, very pretty. Thank you so much, Stephanie. So OBS. Hopefully. I mean, I don't mind paying for it. I don't mind paying even £20 a month for it, but I think 40 quid is just absolutely insane. If you're a massive YouTuber and you've got gazillions of followers and you get paid for your YouTubes, then fair enough. I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. Oh, I'm just ridiculous at the minute. Honestly think I just need a sleep. Between the girls being poorly and the kitchen and the room of doom and technology and... Do you know what? We could. I've just got that, Jane. Oh my gosh. Oh. See, I do need a nap. Lady on her own, maybe the butterfly at the bottom. Like down here, do you think? Lady on her own. Maybe it's a flower. We'll go with that. I am going to ink around the edges though, because I didn't on the flower, on this bit. And I kind of always do. Let's go with the same colour green in the background. This is also another good way inking around your images, to lose that white border if you're not so keen on it. I used to hate the white border. I did. I always used to want it cut right up to the black line. But I actually quite like the halo when you ink it. So, yeah, see, it was done with alcohol markers. I should have just turned it over in the first place. Just add some glitter. So, I'm going to try and be live on Thursday. Hopefully, I'll be able to work that OB. I'm looking for the comment again. It's already gone. OBS? Or is that something? Can you remember? I don't know if anybody watched when I was doing the telly and I was looking for the, I think I've mentioned it before, the ultra thick embossing and I called it a UTI. My gosh. Oh, we could have that there. I like that. Let's go with that. Live telly, yeah. It's there forever and ever and ever. Like that. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Hang on, I'm waiting for the glue to come back down. I should have left it upside down. It's so thick. Can I make the hole a bit bigger, maybe? It's so good, the glue, but it's so thick. And unless you've got, like, bodybuilder fingers. Right. I'm a right whinge today, aren't I? Emma the Whinger, but I like that. I am happy with that. I'm very happy with that. And I am going to... Now, it won't go over the stickers because the stickers are waterproof, these ones. But there is no reason why. Let's see what colours we've got. Racing green. Dark plum. You know what? I'm going to go with dark plum. Because we did. And I am going to get some water going. And go around. To give it a shadow. Just with a different colour to black or brown or what I normally use. I just think it might make the girl pop forward a little bit. Yeah, it does. Let's go in and even go around the back of the flowers. No space now. We are back to normal. No space, stuff falling over. I like it. I'm going to drive myself insane, but I do really like it. Oh. I also got a couple of new molds. I've waited for them for a good month. I've wanted them for a while. It's a coaster mold and like a trinket tray, but it's quite a big trinket tray, like a plate size one. And there's something called a bloom, which I've been trying to, well, I've been gonna do, but I'm always too impatient to wait for the resin to heat up first. A chemical reaction. Should we, after I get back off my holidays, should we do a live and attempt to do a bloom? Or a video? Or we can start it and then come back and demold it another time on a video. Would anybody be interested in that? Let's see if we can learn together. Or we can get the clay out, or we can do whatever you want, actually. Send us a message with what you want us to do. Or comment under the video if you're watching, especially if you're watching later. Comment under what you would like to see us try and do. I'm more than willing to try stuff that I've never tried before, live. I'm not precious about things going wrong. If it does, we'll learn. It's as simple as that. I love that so much. I'm so happy with that. So I used the Nature Girls, I think I called them. Anyway, all the Colour Create kits are in the Colour Create section on the website. If anybody would like a look, the stencils are there. The Alice rub-ons are back. And I love this page, and I feel ever so happy just for sitting and crafting. I really do. I love it. This is the vintage kit. They all work together. It doesn't matter what you've got. They all work with stamps, they all work with stencils, they all work with other brands. Yeah. I'm going to love you and leave you because I'm very, very happy with this. It'll have to be over a couple of lives because you've got to heat the you've got to mix the resin, leave it to heat up, do the bloom, and then I could actually do the backing on it before I come back and demold it because it's just another colour going on the back. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Send us a message. Let's see what we can come up with. Any ideas you've got? Because like I say, I feel like I'm stuck in a rut. I'm very indecisive and I just think it's been a lot going on. I think I'll come back with my holidays though and I'll just be like, let's do everything. Everything twice. But I will see you Thursday. Hopefully, I'm not going to promise anything, but I will be back Thursday. And yes, any orders that are placed Friday and before will go out Saturday. Obviously, they'll go out before, if they're hidden before. But after that, it will be a good week to 10 days. It'll be the 11th anything goes out. Or maybe it's the 12th it gets picked up. Anyway, it'll be after that. But just in case I don't remember on Thursday, have a lovely couple of days. Thank you so, so much for keeping us company, even with this weird little line in the middle of it. I don't know if it, after the playback, if the lines vanish or not. But yes, leave us a comment, anything you want to try. Lots of love. Thank you so much for putting up with me. And I love you all very, very much. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.